session 5 of Virtual AWANA through NorthWoods Church. My name is Matt. I'm your family pastor here at NorthWoods. And we've been talking about words that describe who God is. 2 weeks ago, we described God as the Creator. He created everything. And then last week, we said that God was holy. And not just holy, He's holy, holy, holy. Meaning He's perfect, without sin, and always does right. He is the most perfect thing in all of creation. So today we're going to talk about another word to describe who God is. And before I tell you, I want to talk about my favorite thing again. Look, it's another Snickers bar. But this one is not for me this time, y'all. This one is for you. This is your chance to earn a Snickers bar. So, what if I said to you and made a promise? I promise you that if you memorize a Bible verse this week, I will give you a Snickers bar. I promise. What would you do? Well, you'd probably go and memorize a Bible verse, right? So you can get this Snickers bar. Well, let's say that you did that. You spent the whole week studying and learning, and you've got it down word for word. You've got it cold. You can just recite that memory verse. And you come up to me at church, and you say, Pastor Matt, I know my verse. You recite the verse, and he said, I am ready for the Snickers bar because you promised. Well, what if I responded to you, well, I've changed my mind. You know, I said that you memorize a Bible verse, I'll give you a Snickers, but I think it should be harder. Maybe 12 verses instead. So if you memorize 11 more verses, then I'll give you the Snickers bar. What would you say if I did that to you? I'll tell you what you say. You'd say, that's not fair. Throw in your Snickers bar. That's not fair. And maybe you'd cross your arms too, showing I'm just mad at this situation. What does it mean to be fair? So let's ask some questions. Would it be fair for me to break my promise? Why or why not? Let's ask another question. What makes something fair or unfair? Talk about that with your parents. So today we're going to learn another word for fair, and that word is just. So today we're going to learn about God is just. Deuteronomy 32:4 says this, the rock, meaning God, His work is perfect, for all His ways are justice. A God of faithfulness and without iniquity, just and upright is He. What does the word justice mean? Well, it has to do with this idea of something being fair or right. Here's a definition for the word justice. It means when people are treated fairly and get the reward or the punishment they deserve. Let's all say that together. Justice is when people are treated fairly and get the reward or the punishment they deserve. So everyone is going to face times when life seems unfair. You want to play video games, and you've been looking forward to playing video games all day long, and then your teacher assigns you this massive amount of homework. That just seems not fair. Or all of your friends are playing outside, and your mom tells you you've got to come inside and eat dinner with the family. Sometimes that seems unfair. Or all your friends are going to the movies and you have to go to some family gathering instead that you don't really want to, and your aunt is going to come and pinch your cheeks and you're really not looking forward to it. You know, that just seems not fair. All of life isn't the way that we want it to be. all of life seems broken. Well, why is that? Well, it's because everybody on planet Earth is a sinner. So everybody that you see, everyone that you live with, everyone in your school, everyone at church, you see, we're all just sinners. All humans are sinners. We're not perfect. And we can't make fair and good decisions all the time. So I hate to tell you this, sometimes your parents even make decisions that are not right because they're sinners. And sometimes your pastors make decisions that aren't right because we are sinners. And you don't make decisions that are right either because you're a sinner. So we live in a world that's just not fair because everybody who lives in the world is not fair. But God is just. So we see God is just to everyone. He's fair to everyone. Only He is perfect, only He is holy, and so only He is capable to see all of our sin and yet give us what we deserve. He even offers a way for us to be right with Him, which is through Jesus. God is just. And an important thing about that is that God always keeps His promises. When is the last time somebody made a promise to you? What was that promise? And when is the last time somebody broke a promise to you? Well, we have God's Word, right? This is God's guide for living. All the instruction we need for life and for godliness and how to become a Christian is found here. And the Bible is full of promises that God has made. And if God makes a promise, He's going to keep it. Why? Because He is just. And that's pretty cool. If He said it, you can believe it because He's going to do it. We'll see you next time. Yeah, welcome back. Trying to tape back together the Snickers bar because it kind of broke when I threw it. Do you still want it? Okay, well, I'll tape it back together and you can get it on Sunday. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, I'll fix it. I'll tape it back together. So what I want you to do this week is to work in your handbook. So your challenge is, Sparks, do 2 sections in your book. You can do it, but work at your own pace. And then if you're in TNT, do 1 section in your book. And if you want to do more, you want to work at your own pace, you're a little slower, a little faster, that's fine. We're here to support you. And when you've done your sections in your book, then talk to your small group leader and recite your verse, and they'll sign off your sections in the book. We'll see you next time. I'll have the Snickers bar fixed and taped up by then. Alright, so here's your bonus challenge for week 5. Now, this particular bonus challenge might take a little bit of money, so make sure that you ask your parents and talk with your parents to see if you really want to do this bonus challenge this week. But I think it's pretty cool. So go back to persecution.com, the website for Voice of the Martyrs, where you've learned about some people that are facing really tough times because of what they believe and because they are Christians. Now, there's a section on Write a Letter to a Prisoner. Go to that section, click on that link, and consider writing a letter to a persecuted Christian. Now, make sure that you get your parents' permission first, of course. You'll need to do this with a parent. And as you do this, follow the instructions, and you'll have an opportunity at the end to mail a letter of encouragement to a real person who is being persecuted and facing hard times because of what they believe. I think this is going to be really cool if you do that. So consider it as a family doing this together. See you next time.